Hello and what is up, everybody? Welcome back to game 2 between Team Secret and Virtus Pro. This is the Summit 7 Grand Finals. And let's just roll right into the draft here, guys. So once again, Team Secret going to ban out the IO as well as Line, interestingly enough. I'm not so sure why. I guess against the Pugna, they're afraid of just getting fingered or something like that. Also pretty good against a Windrunner. Once again, Secret are going to ban out heroes that they feel do good against what they want to pick, rather than ban out heroes that Virtus Pro will think are good, or because the problem behind doing that right now is Virtus Pro are just picking everything. Literally everything. They had a safe lane Enigma, or carry Enigma, or Ramsey's Enigma. It wasn't really carry, I still played off lane, but carry Monkey transition into a support. Like, they're doing weird stuff right now. That's what I'm trying to say. And as a result, you can't really just outright ban it. So you just want to ban out heroes that are good against your heroes. And so they take out the Timbersaw, of course, very good against DK, and Batrider, but pretty decent here, as well as Team Secret want to just push right now. They have a death ball strat with this Dragonite Pugna, and Batrider can just lasso someone in and go for that pick off, preventing them from pushing. Virtus Pro, they'll ban out the Secret Enigma and Clockwork. They did ban out Clockwork as well. I guess they just don't want to play against that hero. And then once again, they're going to take out Darkseer and the Spirit Breaker that gave them actually a lot of trouble in that last game. And now we're entering the last banning phase. And I just round up the drafts here real quick. So once again, Secret do seem like they just want to push. They got the Sand King once again here, probably going to be played by Kezu, who's the support here, by the way. Might be support Pugna, and then Puppy Pugna, Yapzor Enchantress. I actually don't know. Oh no, Puppy Enchantress, of course. Puppy Enchantress, Yapzor, Windrunner. That makes more sense. And then Core Pugna. And for Virtus Pro, let's see what they have here. I do like this. Morphling Skywrath actually very strong together in lane, and they're going to pick up a Doom. I think he's good here. They don't have much ways to deal with him. Any of these heroes get Doom, they're pretty much done. And there you go. Yapzor, Windrunner. It will be a carry Pugna. Puppy on the Enchantress, of course. Mid one, we'll be playing the Dragonite Kezu on the Sand King. Once again, no one will be taking the Queen of Pain Lil this time around on the Bounty Hunter, and they're just looking to play aggressive here with this Bounty Skywrath. Is similar to what NP were doing yesterday, where they had a Treant Skywrath. Any Invis hero with Sky, he's a fast hero, very, pretty mobile. Once he gets boots, move around his map pretty quickly, and can go for the follow-up on the ganks with his magic damage. And once again, is Ramsey's transitioning into an offlane player or something? What is going on? Once again, Ramsey is going to pick up the offlane hero here. Did they switch accounts? Like, what is going on? Ramsey will be playing the offlane Doom, while we have Pasha on the Morphling right now. Carry. I don't know what's going on. Virtus Pro with some change-ups here in their team in the grand finals of the Summit 7. Alright, so it's going to be Virtus Pro versus Team Secret in the Summit 7 grand finals. This is game 2. Secret did take game 1, I would say pretty convincingly. I mean, I think 2 heroes on Virtus Pro are just like double-digit deaths, single-digit assists and kills. So that was a pretty rough game for them. They definitely held in there for a while, just because Secret was not quite comfortable ending the game against an Enigma. But I mean, it never looked like Virtus Pro were ahead, really. Once again, they got the nice courier here, and we're gonna start the game right off with a pause. Yapzor TPing to the top lane already has a Dust ready for the Bounty Hunter. Mid one on the Dragonite, one for the pretty standard build. Puppy with the wards on the Enchantress. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Just check out Virtus Pro real quick. Yeah, looks pretty standard as well. Where's Pasha headed though? Are they going for an aggro tri-lane or aggro dual lane with the Morphling? Normally, you don't think this hero as an aggressive laning hero at all, as he doesn't provide anything really. But his right clicks do a decent amount of damage, decent armor, actually kind of low armor. Of course, he's very low HP hero as well, until he morphs more agi. But at that point, he will be, or more strength, I mean. Did I say low HP or low armor? His armor is Not that high until he morphs Agi, I was trying to say. But we'll see. He did move up to top right now. And alright, he's gonna swap with Ramses. They spot Kezu. This is actually gonna be smart. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know about this one. I think he should have stayed top actually. He'd rather lane against the Sand King than this lane here. This is actually obnoxious. They're just gonna get spammed down by MP and YapzOr. They both have just really spammable nukes with the Power Shot and the Nether Blast. And I mean, Morphling is gonna have a hard time for sure. He will just buy straight into a Magic Wand that will help him out in the aggressive lane there, but what the heck? Support off. That's a mana boost queued up. That is a support Morphling. He also didn't morph Agi, so I think that's the first sign I should have seen there. So it will be a stunning morph, it seems, while Ramses will probably build into the Doom carry, right-click Doom. I don't know. Of course, they can have no one carry the game from the mid lane here with the Queen of Pain. It looks like his block is not as good as mid one. I'm gonna put the Shadow Strike onto him. And YapzOr already in the mid lane, spamming the Power Shot. Will connect there onto no one, and it will be a dual lane versus dual lane once again. Dual lane versus tri lane, it looks. Solo is here as well with the Arcane Bolts. Pop one in. That's a cool looking Skywrath set. And mid one actually falling very low. Stout Shield not going to help him out against all these nukes. They lose Solo, but they will get first blood. Puppey coming in with the Wildwing Ripper. We saw, I think, who was it that did this? Oh, I was casting a Puppey yesterday. It was Miposhka who was doing something like this. One thing you can do with Enchantress when you get the Wildwing is you can use it to clear the camp and you just send it mid. Constantly put the Tornado there, and then you just come back and re-enchant it once it almost dies. But Pasha will be one-on-one against MP right now in this safe lane, and he's still having the mana boots queued up here. Ramses in the meantime did get his level 2 top, and he found a Satyr as well, so he has the Shockwave. Will cost a lot of mana, so he doesn't really just want to use it willy-nilly, and he's actually going to use the Infernal Blade there onto Kezu. They're harassing him out quite well, and it will be an aggressive dual lane, not with the Morphling though, with the Doom. Pasha in a lot of trouble here with the rotation coming in from Puppey. That's going to be an easy kill. Lil does get himself away. There's no detection onto Puppey or MP at this point. Mid one. Let's open up the last hits here so you guys can see. Is doing okay after the first blood. Look at his last hits. It's 12-3. And we can get some more last hits under the tower. And you're going to deny there into the ring creep. Real nice there. No one falling behind a little bit, which is surprising considering he received a lot of help. Oh, how did he die all the way over there? It was a Satyr Blast. Alright, Ramses with a kill there onto Kezu. Bit of assist there from Solo, but it will be a kill regardless. And now YapzOr about level 2. I think the thing about YapzOr and how he plays his 4 position is he saps a lot of experience from lanes. And then he just roams. He's really good at getting experience. It does cost his teammates a little bit, as he does play relatively greedy, as we see a gank coming here onto mid one. YapzOr with the counter TP will get a kill onto Lil, but no one will be able to blink out. Solo is here as well, and YapzOr in the meantime will hold down the mid lane. For not too long though, Dragon Knight will TP back in shortly. And what is mid one's level? He's level 3. And as I said, that is because YapzOr sapped a little bit of his experience there. And so if you look at YapzOr's level, they're about the same level. Gank coming in onto Pasha. The Centaur stun will not hit. Pasha juking away. He still has his waveform. He also is morphed into a decent amount of strength, so he'll be able to keep these nukes compared to he went just full Agi, or mostly Agi. But in the mid lane, there's once again trouble for mid one. They're coming in with the dive here. Nice shackle shot from YapzOr. He will get the counter kill. Mid ones will still fall at the end of the day, but that's going to be 2 kills for YapzOr though. Solo will fall as well. Double kill for him. And he's looking like a mid lane Windrunner right now with the support Dragon Knight that keeps dying. As he gets a double kill for himself there. He'll be literally the same level as his Dragon Knight, and he has his mana boots as well. Same level as no one, or no one's a little bit ahead. He's about to get level 5. Of course, he was solo in this lane a lot more. The supports only really came in for the kills. Solo TPing to the top lane. He wants to find Kezu here, but Kezu fairly escapable, has the Sandstorm, 2 points in it actually, and we see all the Caustic Finale pops. They do have detection. There's a Sentry drop, the Silence comes out. He will not be able to stun away for now. Here comes Infernal Blade. He will try to stun out, and it will not be successful. They want to eat the Sentry. There you go, Lil got it. Well, mid lane, nice play here from Puppey. Upgrade the courier, somebody. Oh, that's the bottle. Oh, that's no one's bottle dead. No one upgraded the courier. Puppey just casually strolls by, finds a kill there, and no one has lost his bottle. Attempt at a shackle shot here from YapzOr will not connect, and no one should be just fine. But now he has to walk all the way back to base for his items, and of course he's still missing his bottle. And there's a lot of action going on in the mid lane here from either side. Meanwhile, Pasha going to get some space in the bottom lane to chill. MP entirely solo this lane will have his Soul Ring now, so he can just really spam his spells. And what is going on here? Lil really deep behind the enemy tower. Body block attempt from YapzOr, and here comes the enchant. There's no way that Lil is running now, but he still has the invis. They have detection. They do have the dust. He's not even going to bother using it. He's going to use it now, but the last auto attack from Puppey will be enough for the kill, so no dust required there. No one still has his items in base. Unfortunately, his courier died, so no one was prepared to upgrade it. Report the supports, please. But Ramsey's still doing very good in this top lane. He's been farming really well, better than MP actually, and he has 3 points in the Scorched Earth now. He's very hard to kill as well. He has his Doom shortly too. As for YapzOr, he has his Mana Boots. He's actually really happy right now on this Windrunner. If I was his Windrunner, I'd be super happy with 4-0-1. Oh, and they're just gonna find Solo here. He gets the slow off, but here's a shackle shot. Does stop him for a little second, but the slow also hit onto the Centaur, so he wasn't able to catch up. And with no one throwing the Shadow Strike there onto mid one, they will just back off and let Solo live. And YapzOr just finds himself a nice regen rune. He just snags it there from mid one. He doesn't care. Of course, mid one still has decent regen. He has a salve and 1 bottle charge left, I guess. Ideally, he'd like to refill his bottle there, but YapzOr playing fairly greedy now. I think he's going to pick up the bounty runes as well. Puppey rotating with his Centaur buddy, but he's only level 2. He will find a Satyr here as well. You want to just clear up this camp real quick. On the mid lane, they go for another gank here. Both Lil and the Skywrath will find another kill onto mid one, and that's what I was talking about before about the Sky and the bounty getting worked on in this early game. We're seeing it there. Mid one is having a very rough time. That's his 4th death to YapzOr's 4th kill, I guess. But Ramsey's still farming in this off lane, and he has his Doom now. They can even look for some kills. They actually will TP to the bottom lane. They want to kill onto Puppey here. He's just going to eat his Satyr real quick, and that's going to be an easy kill as Solo comes in as well with the Silence. Now they want MP, but he's way too fast. Pugna moving at 380 move speed with just a boots of speed. He'll get himself away just fine. YapzOr sitting in the mid lane once again. He's sapping mid one's levels. He doesn't care. So you look at YapzOr's levels compared to mid one, they're about the same. But he is the true carry of Secret, as many people would say. So can you really fault him for this? KheZu is farming okay in the top lane now that the Doom has left, but he's still very far behind, nowhere near his Blink Dagger, but he's going to try to get as much farm as he can before anyone shows up in his lane and tries to kill him. As for mid one, he's still trying to catch up. Doesn't have his level 6 yet, so they can't even go for a push with the Dragon form. And now Pasha actually going to TP to the top lane, and Ramsey's going to decide to stay bottom. And Pasha can't really zone out KheZu as much as the Doom can, of course, so we'll have a lot better time against the Morphin there. And they will just try to force into the mid tower. MP with the maxed out Nether Blast. They're starting to chip down this tier 1. YapzOr looking to TP. He wants to catch out Lil. Or what? Alright, that was actually so smart. Or was it? No, Dragonite just gets caught out. He will go down. So I'm not so sure what that was, actually. They had a ward here, so they knew that the rune was available to take. And YapzOr wanted to be in position to cover the Dragonite, as they suspected that VP would go for it. But another teamfight breaking out here. KheZu getting a nice stun onto Ramsey's on their tower. He's taking a lot of damage. He will go down. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. I do think that it does favor Secret. They also took the mid tower there as well. So whatever that was ended up working out. It was just weird. YapzOr like TPing like 10 feet just to get to the shrine, be in a better position. It worked out. Pasha though getting some levels in the top lane, went for the max adaptive trite build, and he will go for those long 4-second Morphling stuns, which I don't think I mean, do they? I mean, I guess like with a Skywrath, there's the combination there. It's so smart plays. You get the 4-second stun into the sky, Mystic Flare, Ancient Seal, and that's a dead hero. I mean, none of these heroes will be able to survive pretty much. Even the Dragon Knight. And speaking of the Dragon Knight, he's still very far behind. Only level 6 onto him. He uses Dragon Form and just died. Get no one. He has his Veil already, and he's level 9. Pasha is chilling. He just wants to get his points up in a Dactyl Strike, and then he can just hit those super stunts. And oh no. Another ward. Secret's still looking to run down lanes here. They also have the track kill, so they don't have the track yet, but once he gets the track, once they go for those ganks with the Morphling, it will be more gold going into Virtus Pro's pocket. But mid one, looking to split push. This bottom tower has already been knocked down. I'm not so sure by what. I think it was just left alone and Catapult or Puppey cleaned up with some creeps or something like that. Of course, the Pugno is also dishing damage to it the whole time as he was laying down here, so there's no big surprise there. They want to go for this top one, as there's what mid one, or MP is positioned. He wants to take out the tower. Mid one is just trying to catch up, farming down this bottom lane. They know that Virtus Pro will have to put some heroes up here top to defend, so he feels confident being all the way down here in the bottom lane. Here we see the long stuns come out from the Morphling, but MP gonna walk it off. He went straight into a hood, or he's going straight into a hood to deal with this Skywrath Maid's magic damage. And the Queen of Pain, of course, as well. And they're looking for a gank. Smoked up is Solo and no one, wanting to kill mid one for the 6th time in this game. And here comes the doom from Ramsey. There is so much hate onto this Dragon Knight. Even built into a casual cloak just to survive, but it's not going to help him here. Here comes the Veil. Here comes the Scream, and that's Guy got. Bye-bye. I don't know what I was saying there. Bye-bye, Dragon Knight. I was thinking about bye-bye and a dead guy at the same time. I said guy. Well, that is. And Kezu getting caught out here with the silence. And they already lost their Pugna. They want the Sand King as well, but Lil actually going to feed a kill away to YapzOr, and he's on a mega kill streak. 5-0 and 2 for YapzOr. Can he carry Secret on his back right now in this Windrunner? He has to watch out. He has no points in Windrun, but it doesn't really matter that much. There's actually no physical damage coming out from Virtus Pro anytime soon, actually. So this Queen of Pain gets stronger. And Pasha does have his max out stun now. Ramsey's farming into a Midas, and he does have it, I believe. Yeah, it's flying out to him right now. No one going for a Lincoln Sphere next. That's going to help him against the Sand King and the Shackle Shot. Make sure that it doesn't get disabled. MP going to give up trying to push top. It's way too risky against this Morphling. Can get stunned for way too long. So he's going to go all the way bottom and just try to get some farm, I guess. And for mid one, he's still playing catch up right now. I do think Virtus Pro are pretty far ahead right now. I don't see how Secret fight them in the foreseeable future. All their heroes are just way too squishy, and they get hit by a Morphling stun and they're pretty much dead. And until they get Force Staffs or some glimmer, anything, a defensive item, they're going to be just free food for Virtus Pro, and that is just track gold as well. And Lil does have his track now. He's on a warding mission right now. Gets a nice ward deep in Secret's jungle. And you know, a Secret right now, they're just playing together, grouped up as 5, looking for a smoke play. But in the meantime, Virtus Pro going for a smoke of their own. Solo with a ward right there. They're going to run straight into Secret here. And oh no, Solo being the one initiated on. They won't have his damage in this fight, which just can be a big deal. But no, he'll get his spells off. And there's the Mystic Flare. He gets a big kill there onto YapzOr. 420. Blaze it, gold for him there, and they're gonna back the rest of their heroes off, so they don't really want to fight head to head with Secret. I still think Secret's team fight is a little bit better, but in terms of Virtus Pro's pickoff potential, they have a lot more of that, so they'll just back themselves away. They don't want to walk themselves into an epicenter or anything crazy like that, in addition to the Nether Ward being placed down like that. So they'll take that kill, and they do come ahead. Not only was it a track kill, I believe, it was also a streak from YapzOr, so they're totally fine with losing Solo in a situation like that. And Pasha going for the full mana regen here. Mana boots as well as the soul ring. He did more into strength here. And Secret wanting to push with this dragon form as it is ending soon. They want to do as much damage as possible to this tower. They'll probably back off after it ends. Maybe they'll commit, I don't know. They know that they are stronger in a team fight right now, because Virtus Pro entirely going to be based on pickoffs in terms of the early game right now, but maybe they're going for a team fight. Doom used onto the Dragon. I don't know about that, but Queen of Pain jumps to the back line, takes out the Sand King. There goes Secret's team fight. Really good targeting from Virtus Pro, and they will just run down Secret at this point. No one wants Puppey, but he's quite fast, and they're actually going to let him go. He'll get back under his shrine, and Pasha still wants the kill, but he's like, alright, maybe not. No one did go back in there, get a kill onto NP. In the meantime, YapzOr wasn't even there. He was just pushing mid. We'll try to farm into the Force Staff. Very important. He also gets a ward down here real quick. KheZu, does he have his blink yet? He doesn't have it, so I'm surprised they just were able to push that far in. I think as soon as the Dragon form ended, they need to back. And it looked like they were trying to back, but they just got caught out. Dragon Knight, pretty slow hero, and he got doomed up there. And KheZu wasn't really paying attention, got caught in the back there from the Queen of Pain and got bursted down. So we'll just take this time to farm his blink, and Pasha will actually be building into a Solar Crest. Actually a nice item. Will allow them to actually get some physical damage in there as well as Roshan. And they find the opportunity, and Solo doubling up on Null Talismans. I think he's going for a Veil himself. I don't know. Double Veil? It's not bad. They're all magic damage at this point. And for Secret, right, they're going to buy both BKBs for sure. Mid one already trying to build his. He has the completed hood up, and expect this Pugna to even get one. He's actually going to go for a mech right now, but I'm assuming he'll go for a BKB later in the future. But Lil catching out KheZu now. He does buy his Blink Dagger, so he's not going to lose any gold if he actually ends up going down, but as of now, he gets away. Puppey. He has a drums complete. That's going to give him a little bit of extra tank, but he's still sitting on very low HP, only 800 HP onto him. YapzOr, you can say the same as well, only about 1,000. And MP does have a hood though, but he's still squishy as well. Oh, and here comes the stun from the Morphling. Easy kill there onto Puppey. Now, Mystic Flare is a dead hero. Lil might get caught out here though. He's dusted up. He will get a track out before dying, but he knew there was no escape for him there, so wanted to get the last track out. Oh, and now Pasha getting caught out with the stuns, but he has the replicant out, and he'll get out just fine. In the meantime, no one's split pushing. He's getting very farmed. He's open the net worth right now, and we see that no one is at the top. 8,000 net worth onto him, and no one from Secret is near. That's just because they aren't able to farm. If they split up at all, they get caught with the Morphling stun into a Mystic Flare, and that's a dead hero. In the meantime, Ramsey's been able to do his thing, and he's farming up to a Radiance and almost has his Relic. And not to mention the track gold coming in for Secret or VP as well. And no one is almost close to his Linken's here. And once he has that, he's going to be very hard to kill. He hasn't died yet this game, but I don't know how he dies once he gets that Linken's, unless he gets really out of position. And they want to kill Ramses right now. Secret are smoked up, or not smoked actually. They're just grouped up as 5. They want to take out Ramses, but he has backup coming soon. Will he get caught by this gank here? YapzOr looking to set up, but it's hard. There's no real initiator for Secret other than the Sand King. And they're not even going to go for it. In the meantime, Lil, Solo, and Pasha wrapping all the way deep into the Secret base here, placing a very deep ward down. And so Secret thought twice about the kill into Doom, as the rest of Virtus Pro were missing. And now they're actually going to go for a kill here onto Puppey. Silenced up. There's the Mystic Flare, and that's an easy kill for Virtus Pro. And I don't think Secret were thinking about this morph like this at all. With their hero picks, this morph is actually so good against them right now, as that stun will lead into sure death for any hero. They do lose Solo there, so that's a 1-for-1 trade at the end of the day. Of course, it was a track kill for VP though, so they'll still end up ahead of that trade. In the meantime, of course, no one is just doing whatever he wants. Lil will run past a Secret ward here, and once again Secret want to group up. They have the Force Staff now, so they can save someone from the Mystic Flare, but there's still a lot that they have to deal with. And so now there's a stun onto the Dragon Knight. What's going to be the follow-up? Just pop the Veil. No spells committed quite yet. Ramses wants to farm his Radiance, so they don't really want to fight this. They just want to stall. They won't ideally want to wait for this Radiance coming very soon. He just needs to use his Midas, farm a little bit more, and he'll have it. And he's feeling a bit cautious about going for this bottom creep wave now, as they don't quite have the idea where Secret are, but now he realizes that they are mid. So he's going to move out and farm with his Radiance real quick here, and we'll have it very soon, flying out to him on the Courier. On the mid lane, they're still delaying Secret to the best of their ability, and Pasha is being a big problem for them right now. Just constantly hitting them with the stuns. You look at Puppey, also went into a casual cloak here. It's all about surviving the magic damage right now, especially once his Radiance comes out as well. Mid one will commit his Dragon form. He has a haste rune, so he's feeling a little bit confident, but it comes slow from slow. They want to get rid of the ward, but in the back line here, who got caught out? It's Ramses. He'll get an epicenter to the face, and he goes down without casting any spells. Without his Doom at least. And now they're going to go into Pasha as well with the stun, followed up by the Sand King, and they'll be able to get that kill there as well. Nice play from Secret. Their 5-man working out right now. Ramsey's getting caught in position, feeling confident with his Radiance, but he's still very squishy, of course, on the Doom. As he didn't go for the 275 health. Maybe if he went for that, he would have lived, but then maybe he wouldn't have the Radiance without the extra Devourer bonus goal. And with that, Secret deathballing into the mid lane. And this is where I said Virtus.pro's weakness is. Their ability to fight 5-on-5 against Secret isn't the greatest, and Secret making use of this right now, but they did a lot of damage to tier 3. They'll have to back off now with the Dragon form ending, but now they need to avoid getting picked off. Pasha comes in with the stun. They try to get the heals with the Enchantress Wisp, but it looks like MP will go down regardless. No one blinks in, and he will finish off the kill there. Creep Wave is still in the mid lane, so they're not going to be able to push the mid tower. The problem for Virtus.pro as well as their pushing isn't the greatest. They don't really have a building hitter. No one will actually go for an Orchid afterwards, and I think it's a good pickup. I was about to say I might want some defensive item. I don't think his shares enough. So yeah, the Orchid is just fine. The other item I was thinking is BKB, so he doesn't die to the Sand King, but I feel like he's mobile enough that he can just blink away if that percenter ever comes in. He's also relatively tanky as well, as he went for the 10 strength talent. And so they'll just find some kills there, and they're not going to be able to push mid though. Catapult pushing in, but it will be dealt with by the tower. And now they do want to push in, actually. I don't know about this one, though. This fight definitely could go bad for Virtus.pro, depending on how the team fight breaks out. If Sand King can get a good ultimate off, which he does have it online, he still has his blink as well, of course. And he's going to pop a stun here onto mid one. He's very tanky with the hood, as well as 17 magic 1 charges. And Ramsey's frontlining a little bit here. Going to eat an impetus from Puppey. And they are all tracked up though, but now Ramsey's getting caught out. Gets the Lotus Orb, or not the Lotus Orb, but the Lincoln Straight put onto him. That's going to block a spell. And they do want this tower real bad. Tracks continuously coming out from Lil, who is building into a mech. And now they want to go for a dive against the Nether Ward, though I don't know. And you'll see no one actually starting to take a bit of damage here using his spells against the Nether Ward. That's why I did say BKB as well. Sure, his Lincoln Straight protects him from getting locked down, but if he does get locked down, they have the damage to kill him. And Orchid not going to help him out in that sense. And they just lose Ramsey once again. Pasha gets stunned by KheZu. He'll pop a stun of his own as they pop the Shrine here. And where's the Mystic Flare? He does not commit it. Oh, now he will commit it there. We'll get a kill there onto Yapzor. We'll follow up as well. Nice Shuriken bounce. We'll take out KheZu as well. And now the Dragonite is stunned up. And once again, Nether Ward. Every time the Nether Ward is up, no one really just has to back off. He can't afford to use his spell. He takes too much damage. But they're going to toss some spells from long range. And maybe try to catch him out here. But oh no, here comes a turnaround from MP. Suck onto Solo, but he'll get himself out. Mid one's still tanking all of this. He still has 17 1 charges. I don't think they can kill him. But they're going to come back in. The Nether Ward was dealt with. Solo's actually just going to die. He wants a man up here for a kill onto mid one, but he's still baiting. His 17 1 charges he hasn't used yet. Do replicate the dragon. Just send a stun into it real quick. What was the replicant actually got enchanted by Enchantress, so that's annoying. Ramsey's looking a little bit too squishy here on the Doom to frontline. I think if he was going to go for a build like this, I mean, I guess the Devourer bonus goal is going to help him later in the game to get 6 slotted, but I think Doom farms fast enough. Playing with a Radiance like this, he wants the frontline, right? And having that almost 300 health will help him out a lot, and he might have just not died there. And of course, Secret have a lot of magic damage of their own, so we'll see Ramsey's build into a casual hood here, and he's going to go for a blink just so we can get his Doom off. Mid one still trying to farm towards his BKB. He's still very far from it. In terms of Secret's farm, they're not looking too good, because once again, they're strong in numbers, but when they're grouped up, it's a pretty bad time for them. And I'm surprised that Virtus Pro are trying to force these fights 5v5, as they can just have no one just do his own thing, split up and farm. And as long as Ramses plays relatively safe, he won't get caught out. But speaking of someone getting caught out, he might just get caught out right now, as here comes a smoke gank from Secret. There's a stun, there's the epicenter. Will the hood be enough to keep him alive? It will not. There's the impetus damage as well into there, and that's going to be an easy kill onto Ramses. 413 gold for Secret, and Pasha potentially in a bit of trouble now. He creates a replicant of the Dragon Knight. He's going to run it one direction. It will get slowed up and taken out potentially here. Stun comes in from Kezu. They really want to get rid of this replicant, but nope. It's going to get out. Puppey did not have the enchant available for that one. And the thing about Morphling is he can still replicant to the illusion, even though it is enchanted by the Enchantress. But with the Doom dead, they want to push into mid, maybe threat Rax here. They at least want to get the tier 3, and they will get it with the Nether Blast. And now they're going to start to chip down the Rax. I think they go for the ranged here. I don't think they can get the melee. Maybe though. They're doing a lot of damage. The Dragon Knight taking out the Rax, and they can't really fight against the Nether Ward. Once again, the Mystic Flare will not connect onto anybody, and their Rax will be defended, it looks like. But they can just drop another Nether Ward in about 5 seconds and reset, but no. They'll back themselves away. Force Staff from Yapster, very big deal in terms of preventing the damage from the Mystic Flare. And we see MP just build straight into a pipe. He already has a mech as well. That's going to help Secret's team fight even more. And sure that Virtus Pro can get a pick off onto a hero if they're alone, but with all these abilities and items used to protect one another, I think they can just get out of any bad scenario, and it's going to make it very hard for Virtus Pro to take these team fights coming up, which is bad for them as they've already taken so much damage here onto their Rax. And here we go, they tried for a gank onto no one. He's just going to blink right away. He will have his Orchid now. It's going to be a little bit of extra disable for Secret, but I mean, what does Silence actually do here? I think the biggest thing is using it against the Pugna and the Sand King. Getting rid or disabling the Pugna from using his ultimate was a big deal in terms of killing him, and of course the Sand King. You don't want him to Burrow Strike, Sandstorm away, or anything like that. Of course, it's good in terms of its damage amplification as well. And Virtus Pro looking for a kill, but once again, Secret doing a really good job of sticking together, not getting caught out. That means that they are giving a lot of gold and map space away to Virtus Pro, but this is the only way they can play pretty much, and it's working out for them so far, as they've already taken a tier 3 and did a little bit of damage on the Rax as well, but that will heal up. No one approaching his level 18 now. As I say that, he hits it, and he will have his level 3 ultimate. That's going to be a lot of damage in the upcoming team fight. And Enchanted Catapult, they take the Shrine, easy peasy. And Dragon Knight not going for BKB, just went straight into a Reaver. He feels like he's tanky enough just with this hood, and we saw in those fights. It's just a level 13 Dragon Knight, by the way. If you look at the experience, Virtus Pro are so far ahead, 7,500 ahead in terms of experience. In terms of gold, about 5,000. And that's without taking any of these towers, because they just simply don't have the pushing lineup, as I said. And there's a lot of spam to be able to defend from Secret, but speaking of towers, no one did take out the top tower by himself, so they do have the split push there, but in terms of being able to push and take towers, they don't have that at all. And he's gonna commit his ultimate here just for a solo kill onto Puppey. Blinked himself into trees. That's unfortunate. And now no one will be buying into a BKB. I don't know, BKB was pretty much a requirement from him, but as going to Orchid beforehand, it's not bad. And so Ramsey is going for a BKB as well. The reason why he does have to go BKB, of course, is the Nether Ward, and it will just cause him a lot of trouble in these fights, especially if he wants to use his ultimate. Pasha will have his completed Solar Crest now, and he's going for a Force Staff next. I do like that. That will help them disengage the fight, as they really can't just take a head-on team fight. It requires some finesse for them. They need to go in onto a good target, then disengage and come back in. As Bounty Hunter is not a team fighting hero. Support Morphling for sure isn't, or offlane Morphling, I guess. Stunning Morph in general. And so they're back to what they were doing. No one pushing out the top lane. They're even going to create a replicant of the Doom illusion. It's going to get taken by Puppey. That's unfortunate. It's going to be able to use that to farm. And once again, Secret still playing S5. And What is their cue to actually try to end up this game? They can't really continue to play this much longer. It doesn't matter if they have a better team fight. If they're getting absolutely out-farmed, they lose one fight and things just suddenly look really bad, especially with all the track gold going to Virtus Pro. They just won't have the items available to match up with Virtus Pro. It's because they're not getting much gold out of the map at all. I like how they're being pretty efficient with their item pickups here. And maybe not mid one though. We went for a Reaver into a plate mail just for stats. Literally just stat based item build, not going for any real items at all right now. But the plate mail will be building into a assault curious. But no one, just split pushing at this point. Secret want to kind of do what Virtus Pro did last game and bait Virtus Pro into a Roshan fight, which will favor them, as once again they are better in terms of fighting on 5 on 5, but it doesn't look like Virtus Pro is interested. They send Solo in, he gets caught out, and they're actually going to back off from Roshan as no one is split pushing top and they need to bring someone back to defend. And at this point there's a potential for them to get jumped, so they're not even going to risk that, and they'll just back away. One hero backs, the rest will have to back as well. Very disciplined play from Secret there, but that means they won't get Roshan. Oh, a nice shackle shot here. Now no one will go down. MP was there as well. They tracked him down and they shackled him to a tree. Now Lil getting caught out as well. He gets dusted up. Stun coming out from Kezu. Where's the follow-up? TPN is coming from the Dragon Knight. He will not be able to get his stun off in time, and so Lil will get away. But that was a big pick off onto no one. Ramsey is still farming it up though, and they're actually going to go straight down mid. Who cares about Roshan? There's an exposed Rax. Pasha doing his best to try to delay, as there is actually no buyback onto no one, and they'll have to defend without him for another about 30 seconds. I think Ramses can frontline this, and I'm actually just going to try to dish out damage onto Secret. They go straight there onto the Pugna, and they're actually going to do a lot of damage. The Doom going to be committed as well. Lil almost goes down, but he manages to survive, and Ramses with the BKB dishing out the damage. And this is what I was saying before. With the item advantage, Virtus Pro will just take over these team fights, even if Secret are the better team fighting lineup. There's nothing they can do against a BKB Doom, and we saw that a 10-second BKB coming out from Ramses, dooms the Pugna, and then focus down the Dragon Knight. It doesn't matter if you have a Reaver, bro. There's this percentage-based damage, and that's a lot. 5% max HP as damage, and then it gets plus 2%, plus 7% damage with the Infernal Blade. It's pretty low cooldown as well, 4-second cooldown. And he did go for a Devour can target Ancients rather than 2 DPS, which I'm okay with. And now it's going to be Virtus Pro who are the ones who go into Roshan, and they will take it, pop it there onto no one. And once no one gets his BKB, I feel like Virtus Pro actually going to get the advantage in these team fights, especially with the Aegis. And now what is Pasha building to next? He has his 4-staff. And it looks like that's all for now. Ramses has his Shivas coming soon. Lil has the full Guardian Reaves now. It's going to help him out a lot. Can debuff a lot of things from Secret. No one is still split pushing, and once again, they don't really have a way for him to die. They really just need to hope that he gets out of position like he was over here trying to cut the creep waves. But at this point, it's going to be a lot harder as he has the Aegis. And oh, nice play there from Lil. Gets the courier kill. That was the wards for Secret as well. Pretty big deal. Is now Secret going to be lacking a little bit in terms of vision for another 2 minutes. Now he will spot out mid one, and it's still looking like a pretty silly item build here for Dragon Knight. If you were watching this game, you wouldn't think that is a professional game with a 9k player with his item build right now on the Dragon Knight. Reaver, plate mail, Assault Cure's recipe in the backpack, and Hood of Defiance. What a build. And bottom lane was pushed in, and Virtus Pro will have to send some heroes to defend against this. No one does have his BKB now. He wants to build into a Bloodthorn. They're scouting out, and they see Yapzor. They want to go into him. Oh, he tries to bounce the Shuriken off the creep, but I think Yapster removed the track with the Lotus Orb, so didn't actually manage to bounce, and he'll actually get a counter track onto Lil, but he'll remove it with the Guardian and Greaves. I really like the Lotus Orb pickup by the Windrunner, by the way. That will remove the silence and remove the track as well, so really good pickup from them. And they have to be value with their items right now because they don't have much gold to go around. Just look at this Dragon Knight right now. It's getting pretty sad, and speaking about him, he gets initiated on immediately, but there's a lot of abilities for them to be safe, so they're not going to commit. But Virtus Pro feeling confident, wanting to take a team fight, they're going to push into this tier 2. Dragon Knight going to eat another stun, and they have no way to just directly block the stun, like a Lynx or anything like that. You can't remove it either, so it's just constantly going to come out. The one thing they can do is Yapster places the Lotus Orb onto mid one, or whoever gets stunned before the stun hits, and they can reflect it back onto Pasha, which is a little bit annoying for him. So the tier 2 will fall. Virtus Pro feeling confident right now. They're going to push in bottom as well. Puppey. Look at his items, haven't seen them in a while. He went for the Dragon Lance, so he wants to be the damage dealer more or less, but now the root keeping him in place. Oh, Lotus Orb saving him for now, and Pasha going in deep for this one, gets himself stunned up, but the Replicant will get him just out easily. And no one still has the Aegis. He's eating a little bit of impetus damage here, and they want to kind of pull back from Secret a little bit. Secret ready to fight as 5 once again. They were 5 pretty much the entire game, and it's really affected them in terms of their farm and their experience as well. Dragon Knight's still level 16. Compare that to Ramses, who's like 21. It's of course with a minus. Nether Ward still giving Virtus Pro a pretty rough time, and Kezu going in with a pretty aggressive stun there just to try to delay this push, but he will get out. And they're going to drop another Nether Ward here. This is quite annoying for them to deal with. They don't really have anything to just go in there and focus it down unless they want to commit BKBs. They're just going to keep popping the stuns here onto the Dragon Knight, and he'll get forced back constantly, and even going to reflect the Lotus, not the Lotus Orb, the Lotus Orb will reflect the Rod of Atos there, and the Doom not really taking much damage at all. He's actually going to pop BKB directly, Doom onto MP. He will most likely die. The Lotus Orb didn't come in time to reflect the Doom. That would have been a huge play from Yapzor. Lil actually ended up going down there, eating the epicenter. They're diving deep for MP, but he actually gets to his fountain and will get out regardless of that Doom. And they're even going to buy back Dragon Knight here, but can they still take this fight? There's no Doom. Queen of Pain already uses ultimate. There's a nice shackle from Yapzor, holy cow. And Ramses still needs to wait a little bit for his Scorched Earth. He's not very tanky right now without it, and they don't want to die. They do have the Granite Aura though, it's giving everybody a lot of HP. Just look how tanky Pasha is, and just imagine being next to Ramses. That's so much HP that he can work with. And there's going to be another buyback coming out from Kezu, and with that, Virtus Pro backing away on all their heroes. Just want to reset the fight, and they force a lot of economic damage out of Secret with those buybacks. And again, no one just backs away. His Aegis did expire, so he's regenning up to full. Finds himself a nice DD rune here. Mid one had to buy back. When will he get his Assault Cuirass? Kezu had to buy back there as well. So that's going to slow down his Lotus Orb. And having multiple Lotus Orbs this game is pretty important for them. And interesting that Puppey didn't go for any defensive item at all. He's going for the damage here. I guess they realize they are lacking a little bit in terms of damage the later the game gets, so he wants to be able to just dish out the impetus damage from a long range. Not bad there. Pasha will have his Blink Dagger now, and he's building into an Octarine afterwards. Can assemble his Mana Boots for that. No one has his Bloodthorn complete, and he's ready to finish up his item build with a Boots of Travel. Solo will have a Force Staff soon, so that's a little bit of extra defense for him. And alright, Ramses built straight into the heart. That's going to synergize pretty well with the Granite Aura that he picked up. Look at that, 4,200 HP for Ramses, and he'll have the heart regen as well when he's out of combat. So I don't know how they focus him down at this point. He actually cannot die. Once again, I said Secret is lacking a little bit of damage at this point, and it's going to be the case as Ramses is a literal monster at this point. And they're feeling confident, even pushing into the mid lane here without the Aegis. They know that if they can kill the Dragon Knight or even the Sand King, the fight will pretty much be over, and it might just be a game, actually. So, there you go, the Rod of Atos onto the Enchantress, but multiple Force Staffs will get her out of danger. See what the Pugna decided to build. Oh, he went for a 4-staff of his own here. So it's going to be 3 4-staff. Finally, the Dragon will actually finish his Assault Cuirass, but it doesn't really help that much. Once again, there's not much physical damage at all coming from Virtus Pro. That helps him in terms of pushing, but defensively, it doesn't do much. I guess the minus armor is relatively important, as none of these heroes really build armor items except for Queen of Pain and Bounty Hunter. I guess never mind with the Shiva's Guard. Forgot about that one. So everyone has armor items actually, except for Skywrath Mage. Poor Skywrath Mage. But of course, it's still important to have the Assault Cuirass, even if the enemy has these armor items, because once again, how are you going to kill them? Dragon Knight's literally hitting for a kitten, even before minus armor, so. I don't know what Secret actually do here. They're falling behind in terms of experience so much. 20,000 gold difference in net worth, and experience about 20,000 as well. Their draft just literally could not split up, so they played it to the best of their ability, but they just couldn't go high ground. I mean, it's an all-in strategy pretty much, and as a result of Virtus Pro just being able to survive through it, Secret are looking in a pretty rough patch right now. They're gonna try to split push here in the top lane and take this tier 2, but Virtus Pro want to go back and defend this. Morphling ready with the TP cancel, will catch out MP. This is pretty bad as he will go down. Oh, he's gonna be able to take off the track, and oh, tries to get his ultimate off. Will get canceled by the Shuriken. Drops the Nether Ward. He's surviving for a long time here, dishing out a lot of damage to Lil as well, but they will finally clean him up there. And in the mid lane, no one getting caught out. He's fighting against 4 heroes, and he's okay, as once again they don't have the physical damage, so once he pops the BKB, he's out and he's just fine. Now Ramsey's coming in, and just devour that catapult real quick. They want to push in through mid with the Pugna still dead, but the creep wave is not in position, so they'll take out the shrine first here. Pasha looking to be in position for setup stun, but Yaps are going to blinky dodge that one. And now they're going to go for the push into mid. No one does not have his BKB though. It's cooling down in 30 seconds, so they might think twice about going for this one as MP is responding. We saw that how much damage MP could actually do there if you can just get his abilities off, and he does have the potential to do so, as they do have some ways to cancel his suck ability, but whatever it's called, life drain. But they ideally don't want to go high ground, especially with Roshan up here. Lil getting caught out, but he'll actually get away. Nice blink from him there, but he's still gonna get caught out by the dust, and he will go down. But that's just buying his team time for Roshan, and they're gonna grab it up, put it onto no one. And Secret try to get there in time, but it's too late. They also find themselves a nice haste rune here. They'll just wait for Lil to respawn. He's actually a pretty high level, by the way, because he went for the experience gain talent. And no one actually going to blink forward aggressively here into Puppey, but Lotus Orb going to save him. But Pasha wants to go in, gets another stun there. That's just annoying at this point. They're probably not going to go for a kill, but I don't know. No one's looking pretty scary here with a haste rune and an arcane, but now he sees the bottom lane push in. He's just going to push it out real quick, and they can take these bottom set of racks that are exposed. And Ramsey's, what is he building next here? He will sell his Midas. And alright. Assault Cuirass it is. That will counteract the Dragon Knight's Assault Cuirass. And just look at the Dragon Knight's farm compared to the Doom at this point. And I still don't know why he has his Reaver. HP is not going to help him against the Infernal Blade, sir. And he just kind of casually bought it. Maybe contemplated buying a heart? I don't know. If he wanted some extra tank, he could have bought a more useful item, you know, like, I don't know, Sanjin Yasha, BKB. I guess he feels like BKB won't help him out too much, so I don't know. This weird itemization in general. That's for sure. Like, you can flame him and it looks funny, but like, you can't really tell what he was thinking at that point. He probably had a some idea of what he wanted to do, but it just did not work out. So I don't know, they're just getting dove into their fountain. No one going aggressively onto Puppey. He still has the Aegis, so he's fine by going this deep. We'll force the buyback up for Puppey, and then he needs a stun. No one might go down here. No, he blinks away. Doom getting decrepified. He can't finish off the racks, and Pasha's hitting for nothing. Finally, they'll take the racks there with 30 damage onto this morph, and they'll also clean up the ranged, or the melee, I mean. No one comes in with the silence onto the Sand King. Does get removed the Lotus Run. They want to call to him real bad. He's their only stunner. Of course, Solo died very early in this fight, and he's just going to respawn now. Rax going to be held for now as the fort comes out. Ramses also gets decrepified up. Did he go for the decrepify duration? I went for another blast cooldown. Not duration. They're both cooldowns. Or it is duration. Hold on. Not right. Alright, they just turn around. That's an easy kill onto Kezu. There's their stunner gone, and it's going to be super hard for Secret to fight at this point. No one even going to dive the pool here. He's level 25. He's feeling confident. He has a 70% spell lifesteal. He's just zoning Secret into their fountain while Ramsey's dishing out damage here. This is tier 3. And now no one will join his team. Pulling into a Mjolnir. That's going to be a lot of spell lifesteal once he gets that one up. And also a lot of damage. He replaces his Aegis with the cheese here. Ramsey's getting decrepified. It's pretty annoying for him, but doesn't look like no one cares. He's just casually dishing out some damage to MP here. His BKB will be popped where they want to go in. The stun comes out from Pasha, and they will focus him down. Oh, nice Force Staff saving them from the Mystic Flare. Mid one is fairly tanky, so this build actually working out if he just wants to be a pure tank. He's definitely hard to take down, especially with defensive items coming out like the Lotus Orb and the Force Staffs. But he might just go down now as Ramses goes on top of him with the BKB, and once again the Infernal Blade going to burn through his HP. Lil falling very low, will die to the power shot, but the rest of Secret are dead. I think they might call it GG here. The buybacks come out from the Dragonite as well as the Pugna, and they will be able to take out Pasha in the fountain there as they're diving super deep. I think VPs need to back away and reset. Solo forced after the low ground. Kezu should catch him out here. He wanted a two-man stun potentially, but he'll only find one. Solo's going to go down, but no one. Just ratting at this point. He already took out the tier 3. Now he's looking for a range max. Even going to commit his BKB for this one. Now he's going to blink away. YapzOr. Oh. Didn't have a way, or didn't get his Shackle Shot in time. He did get the Force Staff to pop the Lincolns, but Shackle Shot was a little bit too slow. And nice getaway from no one, and they can really just reset and wait for everyone to spawn, take this top racks. I actually don't think that Secret can stop it. Secret is kind of hard to kill with all these Force Staffs and Lotus Orbs and how tanky this Dragonite is, not to mention the life drain from MP, but they can't stop VP from taking the racks. They don't have enough damage to threaten them at all. Queen of Pain is very tanky right now, especially with all her spell lifesteal, and now she'll have a completed Mjolnir. Look at the Doom, and he has a full Assault Cuirass going for a Butterfly. He just wants to go without boots, I guess. He's like, alright, Butterfly gives me move speed. That's going to be a good replacement for my phase boots, and it's also going to make him pretty much unkillable. It's also farming up, still has the Granite Aura there, sitting on 4,400 HP. He's also giving it to all of his teammates as well, so they're all very beefy. And now Secret going for an all-in play here. YOLO Smoke will get blocked by Lil. Nice play from there. Also blinks out immediately as to not get caught. They find the Doom Replicant, but Morph just gonna go to it so that they don't get a Doom with a Radiance. That Replicant is actually really strong, so it's a good thing that Pasha is able to just Replicant to it and get rid of it. Now, they just want to push in. I mean, it's pretty simple for VP to end the game at this point. I don't think there's much that Secret can do at all. They can try their best, and they're going to for sure, but literally, VP can just walk up, get Mega Creeps, and it's pretty much game from there. No one. Pop his BKB, he's just wanting to hit the racks, and there they go. Comes the Epicenter. He doesn't have BKB anymore, but he still has 70% lifesteal, and there you go. Look at his ultimate there. He just cleans up, and with the Mjolnir, he's not even low at all. He's up to full HP triple kill for no one. He's a monster. And this support Morphling, or safe lane, off lane Morphling. Safe lane, off lane support Morphling from Virtus Pro, getting a win here in Game 2 against Team Secret. GG is going to be called and the series will be all tied up. Impressive strategy coming out from Virtus Pro. And not only they come out with this strat, it was, I wouldn't say a perfect counter to Secret, because Secret were looking pretty strong at some points in this game, and I felt like if they got slightly better early game off, they didn't feed that many kills away to Virtus Pro, they might have a potential to like just take a Rax. But even then, like one set of Rax down, Virtus Pro is still able to just stall out the game, because once again Secret couldn't split up against a bounty hunter, and then anytime they split up they could get caught out. Queen of Pain of course is a very mobile hero, as well as a Skywrath mage I mentioned. He walks around the map quickly and can just make it to those side lanes and go for the pickoff. So Secret really had only one option, and that was the 5-man, and since their 5-man didn't result in them getting an overwhelming advantage, we just saw Virtus Pro pull further and further ahead there in that game, and with the track advantage on their side as well. I mean, there was just no fighting them. Secret showed to be very difficult for them to fight into, but it didn't matter once they just got so many items ahead that they were able to just dominate these fights and close it out. So it will be a Virtus Pro victory with, once again, a unique strat. I need to check the draft data here to see how many new heroes they picked in this game. I believe this is the first time they picked Morphling, and we'll see as we enter game 3. But that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this one, and see you guys back for game 3. Peace out.